Shalom, brothers, sisters. This is your brother Wasilkamilbey, and we are Shamstoppers. This is a business, and I'm not alone, fellas. I'm not by myself. Just get that out your head. We are authorized representatives, and what we do is we get rid of your child support. You know, whatever you got going on, we get rid of it. And for all our clients that's with us, they're not on child support. They're not. And all the ones who donated that left us, they on child support because they didn't do these little simple steps that we told them to do. They ain't stepped their game up. You know, because they rather get fucked in the ass. And some other people telling them, hey, you can't do this, can't do that. Okay, I can't do it. No. People, we don't tell you what you can't do. We tell you what you will do. Alright? You will be successful. Especially if you believe it. So, well, who I like to introduce is this lady who started the interstate child support. And for you people who don't know, I know it's a lot of you know, but I'm gonna explain to the people who don't know, is that say for instance you used to live in Texas and you left the baby mama, or she left to another state. She files, she goes borrows this money. That's the interstate. Thank her for it. I'm gonna let y'all break it down. Let her break it down a little bit. What's going on? Listen.
On the legislative gains we've made in 84, 88, and the recommendations of the Interstate Commission. And that's why I've introduced H.R. 1961, the Interstate Child Support Act of 1993. This bill implements a vast majority.
Did you hear what she said? Thank her for it, fellas.
The recommendations that were brought forth by the Interstate Commission. This legislation can make, and continue to make, as past legislation has made, a difference in improving children's lives.
And she's a demonic. She's not a republic. Republic people do for themselves. Demonic people have people speak for people who are retarded. So you got the Democrats and the Republicans. And you can thank Brother Jesse Ventura for that. Alright.
There are those who believe that the problem of the child support system are so big that they are beyond repair, and that we should have the federal government take over this whole system. I believe that federalizing the child support program by transferring the program responsibilities from the states to the federal government, to the Social Security Administration, or to the Internal Revenue Service is...
Did you hear that? She said, Social Security, Internal Revenue. Ha-ha.
Not yet the answer for stronger, improved child support enforcement. I say not yet, at least at not this time, because I think there are many aspects of state programs that work. And I believe that we must build on what works and correct what doesn't. And I believe the current federal-state program can work with more oversight and stronger legislative authority. However, having said that, and having been involved in this question as you have, and other members of the panel have, I really feel with a new administration that is stated committed to child support enforcement improvements in this country. And with you, sir, Mr. Ford, as the chairman, with your history of commitment, and with myself committed to do something in this area, hearing Mr. Grandy's statements and knowing that this can be a bipartisan effort, knowing Senator Bradley is committed to this effort, knowing the Interstate Commission did such deep and intense work, and we know interstate is one of the greatest problems when the parent who is not supporting moves to another state, the difficulties involved in collecting. Knowing all that, I would have to say to you, Chairman Ford, that if this next effort does not result in child support enforcement being improved for the children of America, then I might have to be one of those that says maybe we have to go to a federal system. But I would say to you this morning, I think we should give it one last good effort to make the system as it is today.
Hey man, thank him because he saved her. Yeah, he saved her. After this show, after the C-SPAN thing, they probably met somewhere. She probably gave him some good dome. Okay, he changed his motherfucking mind.
And result in children getting child support. May I just mention a few things that I do think have to be looked at in this way we're looking at it now, and that's strengthening both the state and federal programs individually, expanding computerized and locate the systems that do work and don't work, strengthening enforcement mechanisms across the board. And we know now so much about these situations. We know what the barriers are. We have to get over the barriers. And we have to establish and clarify state jurisdiction. And we have to implement the one-to-one state order. We have to establish voluntary civil paternity, and we have...
You hear that?
those consent programs concerning paternity that we know work.
Those consent programs, voluntary. It's the greatest motherfucking channel on YouTube. Let me continue.
Work better and in other places. We have to authorize demonstration programs for assurance systems, for revisal federal payment formulas to states, and for the development of support order establishment outreach programs. We have to study the feasibility of employment programs for non-custodial parents. And may I mention one aspect of this problem which I know is of great concern to many people. And this is the issue that has been highlighted in an effort to get, and the word has been used to get attention to child support legislation, and that's referring to deadbeat dads. This just simplifies the whole situation. The intent of my legislation is to help children and families, not to punish individuals. We must remember there are two types of people who fail to pay child support. Those who avoid payment because they just don't want to pay, or those who want to pay and contribute but do not have the means to pay. I also want to say that my experience in child support enforcement legislation and trying to make the system work, I also know there's a real problem involved when mothers do not want the father to see the child and use that somewhat as a stick, making the whole situation so unhappy and so difficult.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Save your fucking offspring. Hey, you hear that? You heard that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fella, stop saving these deadbeat baby mamas, man. Save your offspring. Alright? Stop giving this motherfucking money, man. You heard it was voluntary. You can get out of child support. If Aaron Hernandez can get out of murdering a bunch of niggas, you know what I'm saying? And we all niggas. I don't care what skin tone you are. You can be child support. If somebody say you can't be child support, abort they motherfucking ass. Get away from them. Run like crazy. Man, y'all just heard this woman drop these jewels, man. Y'all can Google this shit. C-SPAN. Child support. Listen to the whole thing, man. It's gonna blow your fucking mind. I already did a video on this shit, but I ain't get her on here. There's a couple of dudes I'm gonna get on here too. You know what I'm saying? So, stop saving these hoes, because they don't want to be saved. Alright? Because they want to be saved, they would have stayed right there with you and did what you told them to do and wouldn't betray you. Alright? Hit us up. Get at us. Hey, go to my beginning videos. You need some education. June 18th, this motherfucking price is going up. Peace.